We've just got a massive post by the Space Marine 2 developers over on their forums. This is the first big Q&A of the questions that we've been asking them, information, details, features that we want. They're finally answering all that stuff. So let's jump in and let's go through it all because this is huge. So let's jump over to this window. As you can see, sorry, Shade Rack is out in full effect. I've lost my glasses again. I know, it's getting ridiculous now. So let's jump over and let's go over this. So it opens with, Dear Space Marine 2 players, we recently launched our new community-orientated platform, Focus Together, and you've made good use of it. We've started reading your ideas, so here's the first Q&A. You, the players, were invited to help us improve the game by submitting your ideas, upvoting others, and you flooded the forum with posts. Don't feel left behind. If you posted feedback on Discord, Reddit, and Twitter, we also check all the other platforms, hopefully YouTube videos as well. But these ideas are wasted if we don't address them. So here are a few answers to your hottest topics. Before you read this Q&A, many of you submitted ideas featured already in the basically the season pass stuff, what's going to be happening, the battle plan and stuff like that. Connectivity issues. Okay, let's start with a big one. Connectivity issues. We know some of you are experiencing server issues, loss of saves, or impossibility to connect with friends. We are ramping up our server capacity to reduce the load on them. We are working day and night to reduce the issues. This is a top priority for the team. A bigger patch is planned soon to improve this topic further alongside new content. AI bots is the next one. Question. Bots are regularly mentioned as inefficient, making solo games significantly harder, and you suggested we work on them. According to you, they don't participate in focusing on objectives or don't do enough in tense situations. And the answer to this is bots seem a bit passive because we don't want them to take the spotlight from the player. However, they can sometimes be a bit too passive. In the next patch, we have a few improvements of their behavior against boss fights in campaigns. We are also considering improving their involvement during specific objectives in the campaign for a later patch. Okay, there's some bot issues answered. The campaign veteran difficulty is said to be too hard in solos as the bots don't help with objectives. We'll adjust the veteran difficulty in the future patch. It will remain a challenge, but it'll be slightly more fair because we will tweak AI aggressiveness on this difficulty. Other difficulties will remain untouched. All right, so there's some AI stuff for you chaps who wanted to know about that. About PvE balancing. Okay, this is where it might get fun now. The question was, Assault is often listed as less powerful than other classes. The jump pack in PvE loses its versatility compared to the other one in the campaign. We are still collecting data on this issue to see how they can work in it. I will say that the PvE jump pack and the PvP jump pack are completely different. Like, it should be like the PvP. The PvE one, for me personally, I don't like it. It should be like what it is in PvP, but that's my opinion. Another question was, the bolt rifle family is underperforming while melter gun is considered OP. As someone who uses the melter gun is amazing. Now let's see what they got to say to this. We have noticed a bug where the melter gun allows the user to heal above the contested health. We aim to fix this in the next patch. As for the rest of the weapon balancing, we hear you, and some weapons can underdeliver on the power fantasy at higher difficulty levels. We also recognize that enemies can be too bullet spongy on higher difficulties, which is not fun. The core issue, rather than bolters themselves for now, we are testing some tweaks in difficulty to make the enemies have less health, but keep them engaging, keep them in an engaging difficulty. Okay, that seems kind of cool, mate. Bolter's doing more stuff. I'm all down for that. The next headline is quality of life. You asked to be able, let me just restate this. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm too excited. The question is, you asked to be able to have several of the same class in operations mode. There is also frustration in in matchmaking when two players want to be the same class. Again, I completely agree with this one. For now, we're focusing on improving matchmaking, so you will not be matchmake with players of the same class. This is not an easy fix, so it'll take some time to roll it out. As for using the same class, we don't want to change that rule for regular matchmaking, but we are considering an expansion of private lobbies in the future. It will take us time to finish. Please, developers, let people play what they want to play. If I want to take free bulwarks in a game, okay, me and my friends all want to go shield bros, let us take it. It's about fun, right? It's about making our own fun in this game. I understand balance may be an issue somewhere down the road, but let us play what we want to play. If me and Jeff, right, want to play as tactical, let me and Jeff play tactical. If you think that's not going to work out, then let us learn that experience together. Me and Jeff will still purge in the Emperor's name. That's my take on it. Question. It was observed that players tend to show toxic behaviors as they get kicked late during a game made by a group of friends to let their friend get XP. I haven't experienced this. We understand this is unfair and each player will receive XP based on his actual involvement in the mission. All right then. Wait, I absolutely did not know. I haven't come across that. I'm not that kind of person. I'd feel really bad if I did that to someone. The next question is, save loadouts don't include a skill tree customization, making them less relevant. This is not a priority for us at the moment. Okay, so basically it's not even on their radar, I will say, at the moment. About PvP. Oh boy, here we go. I've spent most of my time in the PvP verse, right? I've spent merely every hour really in PvP, so this is going to be big for me. Matchmaking. You have suggested making it possible to tag as a squad of 6. We understand this need, mate. I did a video about this the other day. We want to add custom PvP lobbies and give players more control over the match. For example, frag limits, class restrictions. It's not that easy to make. It takes time, so please bear with us while we work on it, and we will let you know when we have a clearer visibility on when it will be released. Now, as someone who's requested a lot of these features and reading this for the first time, I'm hoping that we're allowed to have private lobbies so we can have stuff like class restrictions taken off, you know, grenades and, you know, points added to the game, just like what we had in Space Marine 1. As someone who's been playing PvP in Space Marine 2, I do feel like a lot of the original PvP from Space Marine 1 trumps what we're seeing now in Space Marine 2. And I'm hoping that the developers can actually bring some of this stuff to it. It definitely like having a 6-player squad, right? Definitely private lobbies. We want to play with our communities. We want to play with our friends as much as possible. I've played nothing but PvP, and I've seen the good things and the bad things of this game. So for me, developers, please, if you can, try and work on some of those issues as fast as you can. Anyway, moving on, let's jump on to the balancing part of it. Couple of questions here. One question, it was brought to our attention that shot grenades are OP. Also, many of you consider melee to be underpowered. And the next question, assault is considered weak in PvP, bulwark is overpowered in capture zones, and heavy is overpowered, too much damage for its durability. And the answers to these regarding PvP balancing, we are currently reading and crunching the data. We don't want to make a rash decision before seeing the global picture. At the moment, we are checking the most common topics, such as melee balancing, shot grenades, bulwark, and heavy being too present in capture modes. Expect some tweaks in the first big content patch, but not before. I keep saying this, right? I know there's some classes that seem broken in PvP, but let's have the game out for at least, I don't know, 2-3 weeks to let people unlock as many weapons as possible in PvP, then take the data from that when there's a bigger pool of people playing with like plasma guns, melter bombs, shot grenades, other forms of bolters and stuff like that. At this moment in time, there's only a few of us that have reached the top rank and have unlocked some of the big guns. So hopefully they don't start patching it before other people have experienced the guns to get the proper feedback in the game. That's my thoughts on it. Anyway, another question, no team balancing after matches creates unbalanced matches for several matches in a row. We've heard this many times, the answer is, and we want to improve this in future patches. We are looking into it. I would also add on to this as well, team swapping, right? like, if I play as a Chaos Space Marine and I keep winning, I'm always going to be a Chaos Space Marine. Please, let me play as a glorious Imperial Fist. I don't want to play as the dirty traitors all the time. Next one is spawning. Spawning locations can create spawn kill situations. Yes, I've experienced this. I've been a part of this, I'm sorry. This will be tweaked with some parameters. In a future patch, we will implement spawn protection. That is great news. I want that. Most upvoted topics on the focus together. Are we getting new colors for lenses? New lens colors are planned and coming soon in the next big patch. Finally, give us customization over lenses. Now all we need is fist colors so we can make Crimson Fist properly. You asked us to pick the Chaos Space Marine Legions you want for every classes. There are many lore restrictions preventing us from doing this. For instance, we cannot make a sniper with World Eater armor. It's very tricky to match armor pieces for Chaos. Armor pieces have different sizes and styles. We'll clip through each stuff. Also, in PvP, it's important to be able to recognize an enemy class, and we want to keep the visual identity of each of them. Now we will keep it as it is, as we'd like to expand case. It says as we would like to expand case customization, but the reality is that it won't be as modular as the Loyalist. I don't know why why is a thing. They're talking about lore and stuff, but just look at the Loyalist side. Mate, there's people going around as clown Marines and, you know, having jokes and laughs and all that. You know, it's just people having fun. Like, when it comes to PvP, you throw all the lore and stuff out the window, basically, because people are just there just to go wild and stuff like that. That's what it is. I don't really agree with that statement that they've put from there. I think Chaos customization should be exactly like Loyalist customization. The next question, many of you have asked for new classes. This is definitely something we are heavily discussing. Adding a new class is quite heavy on production, which again, I agree with. Also, we need to create all the customization, PvP and Chaos model variants, and animations set depending on what we go for. We'll keep you updated about this topic. Like I said, like when they talked about newer classes and whatever they could add, it's probably going to be coming, if this happens, late 2025 and stuff, because it takes a lot to put into that. You have to think about balance, about what character it is, like they said, like animations, the models, everything like that. So yeah, it's not going to be something that's going to happen by the end of this year. About missing armor colors, we aim to expand specific color mass such as hand decal face mask in the coming patches. We'll also be adding successor chapters eventually. What I will add to this as well is that I feel like some of the colors are really mismatched. For example, Retributor armor looks like a bronze color in the game. It doesn't look like gold. For me to go and find gold in this game, I'm using Iron Warrior, which is it's insane. Like, Iron Warriors should be more silver, but instead it's gold. So I think the color palette at the moment is really just missing. It's like, I think it needs to be reviewed again by someone on the developer team. Next up, adding new melee weapons. New melee weapons would definitely be extremely cool addition. Making a weapon design is fine, but we need to make all finishing animations for it. It will take time yet. Power axes, power claws, power maces. Yeah, bring it all on, right? We need all of this. I would love like a two-handed sword for the Bulwark class. Like, dump the shield. Yes, you lose the protection, but you're more ferocious in melee. You can do more damage in melee doing like two-handed attacks and stuff like that. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Customizing your Marine's face. Not a quick fix, but we will add an option to change your Marine face. Yes! We're gonna have Chapter Master Valrak in game. Finally, I can have my character in the game. This is something that I absolutely wanted. So hopefully that will come very, very soon. Next up, optimizing PvP cosplay. We need more time to discuss that. Custom PvP lovers will solve a good part of the issue. I say, if people want to do crossplay, if console players want to play PC players, let them fight. You know, give them the option for it. Give them a warning. If you go over to the PC market, Valrak will own you, right? Give them that warning in-game. Thunderhawk customization. Doing full Battle Barge and Thunderhawk customization is very cool, but not in our priority list. We prefer to focus on art teams on creating new maps. I'd rather have new maps than making an Imperial Fist Thunderhawk, I'll be honest with you. But it's something I would like to be added eventually. But yeah, give us as many maps as possible. To be able to customize AI squad mates, still in discussions. That is something I would absolutely love. Please let that happen. Delete custom armor profiles. We worked on this. In the next patch, you'll be able to overwrite a custom preset with a default one. Finally, right? There's so many times I've got in there, I'm like, oh, I just want to start from brand new. And I'm like, oh, I have to change this and change that and change that again. Just give me the option to delete it. To delete that and the actual chapter in the chapter scheme as well. FOV sliders and left and right shoulder swap. This has been talked about a lot. FOV slider is not something we are comfortable with, as it can degrade the visual aspect of the game, and on top of that, it's very complex. Our game is not a first-person shooter. The camera that we have is very cinematic and constantly changes position, and an FOV based on what you are still doing. Still, we understand that it's a very popular request, so we are considering it anyway. I don't know what that full paragraph was for then, just put we're considering it, but we'll see. As for shoulder swap, if we are implementing a shoulder swap, we will need to support it for all melee animations and transitions, because everything in melee combat was made based on the fact you hold the pistol in the left hand and the melee weapon in the right hand, because it looks badass, they say. Nevertheless, shoulder swap is a feature we will not add into the game. So shoulder swap is not happening. Right? They've said it right there. No shoulder swap. Get rid of class restriction on cloaks and tabards. These are a part of the class identity. You get to recognize snipers because of those elements. Again, I don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that. Right? Let people look cool. Let people look badass. I know a sniper, what a sniper looks like, because they pop out like a ghost in the night, cloaked, and spray me down with an SMG. I don't get to look at a sniper, developers, right? The way the cloaking system works, so there's no point in identifying them at this moment in time. The next question is iframes on gun strikes. Gun strikes add a risk/reward action, and it is very easy to spam. We specifically did not put an iframe. I actually have no idea what this is, I'll be honest with you. An iframe on it for balancing reasons. We are not looking to change this intention. Again, I'm not going to put my feedback on that because I have no idea what it means. And that's it. That is it. That is all the Q&A that has been answered. Tell me your thoughts. Give me your feedback in chat. Do you like this? Do you hate this? Tell me some things that you loved. Tell me some things that you hated. Give me everything. Give me it all in the comment section down below. I would massively appreciate it if you thumb up this video and like it, because that way it goes out to all the Space Marine players in the world that are currently playing. So thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you are. And yeah, thank you for watching as always. See you in a bit, brothers. Have a great night and bye-bye.